Hi everyone, welcome to Greenfairymari. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet these adorable bakery bears with their aprons, chef hats, and tiny baguettes. These little bakery bears look so sweet as keychains or just decorating your room or your desk. So get comfy, crochet with me, and I hope you like it. Everything you'll need is listed on the screen, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Now we're going to start making the arms. We have to start with a magic ring. And chain 1. For round 1, make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. After that, pull the yarn to close the ring. Place a stitch marker in the last stitch of this round and keep doing that in every round. For round 2, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Then in the next stitch, make an increase. 2 single crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet, then an increase in the next one. And we'll repeat this pattern one last time. 1 single crochet, then remove the stitch marker and make the last increase right there. Then place the stitch marker in the last stitch of this round. So for round 2, you should have 9 stitches. After round 2, I like to secure the magic ring. Just pull the tail tight, tie a small knot, and trim the extra yarn. You can do this every time you make a magic ring, so it doesn't open up. For rounds 3 and 4, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. You'll have 9 stitches in each round, and I'll go ahead and complete both rounds with you. To finish round 3, remove your marker, make the last stitch, and place it back in the last stitch. Now for round 4, again make 1 single crochet in each stitch. When you're working on a small piece like this, just take your time, turn it as you go, and use your fingers to hold the other stitches down so your hook can go in easily. For round 5, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Then make a decrease. Insert your hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches. That's your decrease. Repeat that one more time. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then another single crochet in the next stitch. After that, make a decrease. And finish with 1 single crochet for a total of 7 stitches. For the next 4 rounds, from round 6 to 9, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. You'll have 7 stitches in each round. I'll go ahead and complete round 6 with you. And remember, each round ends where your stitch marker is. Remove it, make your last stitch, and place it back in to start the next round. Then we'll have 3 more rounds to finish. And while you're finishing these rounds, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying this tutorial. And this is how it looks after 9 rounds. Now we're going to fold the piece like this to close the arm. We're going to start in the next stitch right after the one on your hook and go into the stitch directly across from it. So go ahead and insert your hook through both stitches and make 1 single crochet. Just keep going the same way and make 2 more single crochets through the opposite stitches. After that, just cut the yarn and pull it through. You can see we still have the last 3 single crochets we made right here. Make a tiny knot. Hide the tail inside the arm. Just do the same thing for the other arm, and we'll join them to the body later. And now we're going to make the legs. Start with a magic ring and chain 1. For round 1, make 8 single crochets inside the ring. Once you have your 8 stitches, pull the tail to close the ring. Then place your stitch marker in the last single crochet of the round. For round 2, we're going to make 8 increases. That means we'll do 2 single crochets in each stitch. So in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet and then another single crochet in that same stitch. And that's our first increase. Just keep making increases like this all the way around. And now I'm at the last stitch of the round. I'm going to remove the stitch marker, make the last increase, and you should have 16 stitches in total. Don't forget to secure this tail and trim the excess. For rounds 3 and 4, we're just going to make one single crochet in each stitch with no increases this time. That means you'll have 16 single crochets in each round. And as always, each round ends where the stitch marker is. So just remove it, make the last stitch, and place it back in to start the next round. And once you're done with those rounds, we're moving on to round 5. Start by making 4 single crochets. After that, we're going to make 4 decreases in a row. For each decrease, grab the front loops of the next 2 stitches. Here's the first decrease. The second one. The third. And the fourth. Then finish the round with 4 more single crochets. By the end of this round, you should have 12 stitches. Now for rounds 6 to 9, we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So for these 4 rounds, just crochet 1 stitch in every stitch around. At the end of each round, you'll still have 12 stitches. At the end of this leg, chain 1 and cut the yarn. This chain doesn't count as a stitch. Your last stitch is this one right here. Now make the second leg the same way, but don't chain or cut the yarn this time. We're about to join the legs and start the body. Add 4 more single crochets. Remove the stitch marker and then chain 2. Now to join the legs, remember that this chain doesn't count as a stitch. We're starting right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's where we'll insert the hook to make the first stitch of round 1 of the body. This time, place your stitch marker in that first stitch. Then just keep making 1 single crochet in each stitch until you have 12. And remember, this chain doesn't count as a stitch. We're working into the next stitch right here. As we crochet, we're going to carry this yarn tail along to hide it. And just keep going across this leg until you reach 12 stitches. Now that we've made the 12 single crochets on this leg, we can cut this yarn tail. After that, we're going to work right here where I'm pointing with the needle into the top loop of the 2 chains we made earlier. We're going to make 1 single crochet in each loop. Here's the first one. And here's the second single crochet. Now we're going to continue with the 12 single crochets on the next leg, starting right here in this stitch I'm pointing to. Now that we've finished the 12 single crochets on this leg, we're going to work into the other loops of the chains. These 2 right here. So here's the first single crochet in this loop. And the second one in the next loop. And that's the end of the round. You should have 28 stitches in total. I'm going to move the stitch marker to the last stitch of round 1, and from now on the marker will stay in the last stitch of each round. For round 2, we're going to start by making 12 single crochets. And after we finish 12 stitches, we'll make 2 increases in the next 2 stitches, 1 in each stitch. Remember, each increase is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. After the 2 increases, starting in this stitch right here, it's a little hidden, make 14 single crochets. Once we finish 14 stitches, that completes the round. We should have 30 stitches. From round 3 to round 8, 6 rounds total, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch, no increases this time. We should have 30 stitches in each round. And this is how it looks up to round 8. Now we need to stuff the feet and the legs. For round 9, make 3 single crochets, then 1 decrease. And we have to repeat that sequence, 3 single crochets, and 1 decrease. Repeat that 4 more times to get 24 stitches. For round 10, start with 1 single crochet, then 1 decrease. Now let's repeat the pink section on the pattern, 2 single crochets, and 1 decrease. Let's do that again, 2 single crochets, and 1 decrease. And we'll repeat that 3 more times. And this is the last decrease from the pink section on the pattern. At the end of the round, we'll have 1 single crochet left to make. That gives us 18 stitches in total. For round 11, have the arms ready because we're going to join them here. And for this round, we're not making any increases or decreases. Start with 3 single crochets. Right after that, the next 3 stitches are where we're going to place the arm. Now place the arm like this. This is the side where we cut the yarn and secured the end. So place it facing this way. Insert your hook into the first stitch of the arm and the matching stitch on the body at the same time, and make 1 single crochet. Do the same for the next stitch. Go through the arm and the matching stitch on the body together. Make 1 single crochet, and one last time, another single crochet through the arm and the body. After that, make 6 single crochets, and now let's join the other arm. This is the side where we cut the yarn and secured the end. Make 3 single crochets joining the arm. Then you'll have 3 single crochets left. And at the end of the round, you should have 18 single crochets total. For round 12, we're going to make 1 single crochet, then 1 decrease. Let's do that again. 1 single crochet, and 1 decrease. Repeat that sequence 4 more times to get 12 stitches. After this last round, we can start stuffing the body. Make sure the stuffing is nicely distributed, especially in the belly. You can add a good amount so it looks nice and chubby. And after that, we can start the head. For round 1 of the head, we're going to work only in the front loops, just like I'm showing you here with the needle. We're going to make 12 increases. That means 2 single crochets in each front loop. So make 1 single crochet in this front loop, and then another single crochet in that same front loop, and that's 1 increase. In the next front loop, repeat that, 1 single crochet, and another one in the same front loop. Keep working increases in each front loop all the way around to get 24 stitches. Before starting round 2, take a close look, because this first stitch here is a little bit hidden. For round 2, make 3 single crochets, then 1 increase. Repeat that, 3 single crochets, and 1 increase. Continue repeating that 4 more times to get 30 stitches. Before starting round 3, we can add a bit more stuffing to the body if it needs it. For round 3, start with 1 single crochet, then 1 increase. Now let's work the pink section on the pattern, 2 single crochets, then 1 increase. Repeat that, 2 single crochets, and 1 increase. Just keep repeating the pink section 7 more times. And this is the last increase from the pink section on the pattern. At the end, we'll have 1 single crochet left to make, and we should have 40 stitches in total. Now from round 4 to round 10, 7 rounds total, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. We should have 40 stitches in each round, and these are straight rounds, so there are no increases and no decreases. Just 1 single crochet in each stitch. So with these 7 straight rounds, no increases and no decreases, we're giving the head more height. For round 11, start with 4 single crochets, then 1 decrease. Now let's work the pink section on the pattern. Make 8 single crochets, and after 8 single crochets, make 1 decrease. Repeat that, 8 single crochets. If you're using safety eyes, make sure to insert them between rounds 6 and 7 before closing the head, leaving about 4 stitches between them. After 8 stitches, make 1 decrease. Repeat that 1 more time. At the end, we'll have 4 single crochets left to make. And we should have 36 stitches in total. For For round 12, start with 2 single crochets, then 1 decrease. Now follow the pink section on the pattern, make 4 single crochets, after 4 stitches, make 1 decrease. Repeat that, 4 single crochets, and then 1 decrease. Repeat the pink section 3 more times. At the end of the round, we'll have 2 single crochets left to make. And we should have 30 stitches in total. For round 13, make 3 single crochets, and then 1 decrease. Repeat that, 3 single crochets, and 1 decrease. Repeat this sequence 4 more times to get 24 stitches. In round 14, make 1 single crochet, then 1 decrease. Now follow the pink section on the pattern, make 2 single crochets, and 1 decrease. Repeat that, 2 single crochets, and then 1 decrease. Repeat the pink section 3 more times. At the end, we'll have 1 single crochet left to make, and we should have 18 stitches in total. Now we're going to stuff the head. Add the stuffing and shape it so the head looks nice and round. Push the stuffing down into the lower part to help it keep that round shape. For round 15, start with 1 single crochet, then 1 decrease. Repeat that, 1 single crochet, and 1 decrease. Continue repeating this sequence until the end of the round to get 12 stitches. For round 16, we're making 6 decreases all the way around. This round is all decreases, and at the end we should have 6 stitches in total. After that, cut the yarn and leave a long tail, and finish adding the stuffing. Then thread the needle with the tail and insert it into the front loop of the last 6 stitches. Once you've gone through all 6 front loops, pull the yarn tight to close the head. After that, pass the needle through the center of the head and come out anywhere. If yours looks a little raised like mine, go into this stitch here, pass over that raised part, and then go back through the center to flatten it. Then just pass the needle inside the head in a few different directions to secure it. And cut the yarn. The first round of the head is the round with all the increases, and that will help you identify it. Now count from that first round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between rounds 6 and 7, glue the eyes in place, leaving about 4 stitches between them. Now we're going to make the nose. Start with a magic ring. And chain 1. For round 1, make 6 single crochets into the ring. After those 6 stitches, pull the yarn to close the ring. And just like before, place the stitch marker in the last stitch of the round. For round 2, make 1 single crochet, then 1 increase. Repeat that 2 more times, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. One single crochet and 1 increase to get 9 stitches in total. For round 3, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch, 9 stitches total. So just continue making 1 single crochet in each stitch. I'm just going to turn my piece right side out and then cut the yarn and leave a long tail. And don't forget to secure this yarn tail. To embroider the nose, I'm going to use the same yarn I used for the darker bear. I'm just separating one strand. You can use embroidery thread or whatever you have. And by the way, for the darker bear, I used black for the nose. And just embroider a small triangle for the nose. Now we're going to sew the nose on. Place the top of the nose on round 6 of the head and the bottom of the nose on round 3 of the head. We're also going to add a few stray stitches under the eyes. I only go through one loop of the head, not the full stitch. Then I go through the back loop of the nose. Just keep sewing the same way, one loop from the head, and then the back loop of the nose. I'll leave the full process on screen. To finish this part, make a small knot. Hide the yarn inside the head in a few different spots and trim it. Now we're going to make the ears. Start with a magic ring. Then chain 1. For round 1, make 5 single crochets into the magic ring. Once you've made the 5 single crochets, pull the yarn tail to close the ring. And mark the last stitch. For round 2, we're going to make 5 increases. That means 2 single crochets in each stitch. So just keep making 2 single crochets in every stitch, and at the end you should have 10 stitches in total. For round 3, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. By the end of the round, you should still have 10 stitches. For round 4, fold the ear in half, insert the hook right into this last stitch here, the same one where your hook already is. Then insert the hook into the opposite stitch that matches it. And make 1 single crochet. Then continue working into the next stitches the same way, making 4 more single crochets while matching each stitch with the opposite stitch. At the end, cut the yarn and leave a long tail for sewing. Now we're going to sew the ears onto round 10 of the head. From the eye, count 7 stitches and place the ear there. The top of the ear should be sewn onto round 15 of the head. I didn't place them straight, I just angled them a little forward. When sewing, go through just one loop of the head, not the full stitch, and then through one stitch of the ear. When you're done, make a knot under the ear, hide the yarn inside the head, and trim it. And to sew the other ear the same way. Now we're going to make the tail. Start with a magic ring. And chain 1. Then make 5 single crochets into the ring. After those 5 single crochets, pull the yarn tail to close the ring. And make a slip stitch into the first stitch. After that, cut the yarn and use a needle to bring it through here so we can make a knot with the 2 strands. And cut one of the 2 strands. You can cut the shorter one since we won't need it. The tail is going to look flat at first, but just push it out a little with your fingers. Then we're going to place it on the back and see where we like it best or how it looks cutest. Just add a little glue here on the back of the tail and then pull the yarn tail from the inside to secure it right where you want the tail to sit. Have 2 stitches markers ready because we're going to need them. To make the apron, start with a slip knot. For round 1, chain 8. Before we continue, place 1 stitch marker in the loop of the last chain you made. And another stitch marker in the loop of the first chain. Now, starting in the second chain from the hook, make 7 single crochets. For rounds 2 and 3, we're going to do the same thing in both rounds. Chain 1, turn your work, and make 7 single crochets. Round 3 is the same. Chain 1, turn, and make 7 single crochets. For round 4, we're going to make a border all around the apron. Start by making 2 single crochets into these side spaces here, 1 single crochet into the first space, and 1 single crochet in the next. Then in the loop where the stitch marker is, make 3 single crochets into that same loop. After that, work 6 single crochets along these loops here, making 1 single crochet in each loop. By the way, you can crochet over the slip knot tail while making these 6 stitches to hide it. I'll fix mine later since I forgot to do it here. When you reach the other stitch marker, make 3 single crochets into that same loop. Now make 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in this space, and 1 single crochet in this other space. Now in this stitch here, make 3 single crochets into the same stitch. And place a stitch marker in the second one. Then complete the third single crochet in that same stitch. After that, make 5 single crochets. Now in this last stitch, make 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Put a stitch marker in the second one. Then finish by making the third single crochet in that same stitch. After that, cut the yarn and we're going to do an invisible fasten off. Skip this stitch and insert your needle into the next one. Then go back into the middle of the stitch where the yarn is coming from. This creates a fake stitch, so it looks like a regular stitch. After that, secure the yarn on the back of the apron. Now we're going to make the apron straps. Insert your hook where the stitch marker is and grab the yarn. Hold the yarn tail with your finger and try to chain in this direction so the chains stay nice and straight. Make 10 chains or as many as you need depending on your bird's waist. Once you're happy with the length, cut the yarn. After that, hide and secure the loose yarn tail on the back of the apron. Repeat the same steps on the other side. Insert your hook at the marker, chain the length you need, and adjust it to fit. Now count down from the last round of the body. On round 6, that's where we're going to place the apron. Try it on to see how it looks, and once you're happy with the placement, glue it only in this top section. And add a little bit of glue to the straps as well. Now we're going to make the hat. Start with a magic ring. And chain 1. For round 1, make 6 single crochets into the ring. After making those 6 single crochets, pull the yarn tail to close the ring. And place the stitch marker in the last stitch of the round. In round 2, make 6 increases. That means 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. Just continue making 2 single crochets in each stitch until you have 12 stitches. In round 3, make 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Repeat that, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Repeat that pattern 4 more times until you have 18 stitches total. For rounds 4 and 5, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. No increases and no decreases. You should have 18 stitches in each round. In round 6, make 9 decreases. So just keep decreasing all the way around until you have 9 stitches total. At the end, cut the yarn and leave a long tail. So just add a tiny bit of stuffing, just enough so it doesn't flatten too much. Then use a needle to go through the front loops of the last 9 stitches to close the hat. And pull to tighten. After that, go through the center and pass over the stitch to flatten the top a little. Finally, secure the yarn. Hide it inside and trim the excess. Now we're going to make the other part of the hat. Start with a magic ring and chain 1. And then make 7 single crochets into the ring. After those 7 stitches, pull the yarn tail to close the ring. And make a slip stitch into the first stitch. Then cut the yarn, fasten off both yarn tails, and trim them. After that, shape it a little with your fingers. This is the top part, and this is where we close the last 9 stitches. Add glue on this side and press the pieces together. Then glue it onto the head. Now we're going to make the breadth. I'm using the same yarn weight I've been using, but with a smaller 2mm hook. This part is optional, so you can keep using the hook you prefer. Start with a magic ring, chain 1, and make 7 single crochets into the ring. After those 7 single crochets, pull the yarn tail to close the ring and place the stitch marker in the last stitch of the round. From round 2 to round 12, 11 rounds total, just make 7 single crochet in each round, 1 stitch in each stitch. I'm going to fully show rounds 2 and 3 because I know working with pieces this small can be a little tricky. I hope these 2 rounds help as a guide for the rest. With such a small piece, just work slowly, turning the piece slightly to reach each stitch. There's no need to crochet tighter, just keep your normal tension. Remember to fasten off, secure, and trim this yarn tail. And this is round 3, just like the others. Make 1 stitch in each stitch. 7 single crochets total. Just keep working like this until round 12. This is how all the rounds should look once you're done. Add a little bit of stuffing. Then cut the yarn and use a needle to go through the front loops of the last 7 stitches. And pull the yarn tight to close it. Hide the yarn tail inside the baguette and trim the excess. Now we just need to embroider the 3 lines on the breadth. Now glue the baguette onto the head and add a little bit of glue on the leg as well, attaching it slightly to the breadth so it stays more secure and doesn't come loose. As a final little detail, I'm just going to add a bow near the ear and glue it in place. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this full tutorial and this cute little bear. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.